Good morning, students. Welcome to Diamond Group of Institution. Myself, Purushottam Joshi, Department of Physics. So, we completed the theoretical part of moving charges and magnetism. And now, in this session, we are going to solve numerical problems, NCERT problems. So, before going to solve the numerical problem, now we are going to see the formula list and means the most important formulas which are related to our NCERT problem. See the first point, force on a moving charge in a magnetic field. That means whenever the charge is kept in a magnetic field, how much the force is experienced by the charge is F equal to QVB sin theta. Q indicates charge, V indicates velocity, B means magnetic field, F means force, theta will be the angle between velocity and magnetic field. So, this is the expression F equal to QVB sin theta. And if the velocity is 0, here 2-3 cases are there. If the velocity is 0, then force will be automatically 0, because what is meant by velocity is 0? The particle is not moving. So we can say that the particle is directly at rest position. At which position it is? Rest position. So velocity is 0, automatically force also becomes 0. Next, case 2. If the angle is 90°, then F equal to QVB. Angle is how much? 90°. So sin 90 becomes 1. So F equal to QVB means this is called maximum force. Maximum force which is applicable on this particular charge. Now case 3. If theta equal to 0°, that means parallel or 180°, then force will become 0, because sin 0 becomes 0. So automatically force also becomes 0. So this is minimum force. So this minimum force is at an angle of 0°, and the maximum force we can see at 90°. Second one, Lorentz force. Lorentz explained the force due to both electric as well as the magnetic field. For a particular charge, when electric field and magnetic field both are applied, then the combination of these two fields will give the resultant of Lorentz field, that is force, that is called F equal to Ft plus Fv. This is electric force and this is magnetic force. What is electric force formula? Q into E. And what is the magnetic force formula? Q into V cross V. That is this one only, QVB. Then third one, force acting on a current carrying a conductor. So here force acting on a charge when it is kept in a magnetic field. So there is no current here. But here force acting on a current carrying conductor. That means whenever the current is flowing through a conductor, how much the force is going to be act on that conductor due to magnetic field. So the formula is F equal to I into L into B. So I means flow of current, that is the strength of current, length of the conductor, magnetic field, theta will be the angle between L and B. So this is, remember that force is always a vector quantity. Here also there are two special cases. If theta equal to 0°, so sin 0 becomes 0, automatically force becomes 0. So that means force will be minimum. So if you take theta equal to 90°, so sin 90 becomes 1. So F equal to ILB. So that is the maximum force. Next, come to next formula, that is called velocity selector. So here both electric as well as the magnetic fields are applied to a particle, where the particle is moving, charged particle is moving along the x-axis and electric field along y-axis, and magnetic field is at z-axis. Then we got the velocity formula as V equal to E by B. That is the ratio of the electric field strength to the magnetic field. So that is called velocity selector, V equal to E by B, and this is appeared in based on this formula we got 2 marks problem in 2020. That means in the previous exam. Next, Biot-Savart's law. So this Biot-Savart's law formula is dV equal to mu naught by 4 pi, that is a constant value, and where this mu naught is called permeability. This mu naught is called as permeability, and this mu naught value as 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. So remember the value of mu naught, 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. So mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta by r square. I into dl is called current element. This product is called current element. Theta is the angle and r will be the distance. Then this is called the final expression, that is dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta by r square. Next, based on this Bhatt-Savitt's law, we got the derivation, most important one. This one is expected for 5 marks also. Already we discussed this derivation. Magnetic field due to a circular coil. That means there is a circular coil. This circular coil carrying a current, and we calculated the magnetic field at a point at a distance x from the center of the circular coil. And here there will be element, current element. So this distance is called as A, and here the magnetic field produced is dB, and one more element is there, and the magnetic field is also dB. So like that, this dB is called magnetic field. So what is the expression here? It is B equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi I r square into n divided by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. See here, r is the distance, that is called the radius of the circular coil, and this x is the distance between the center of the coil to the point P. That means we calculated the magnetic field at P only, but here there are two magnetic fields here because there are two current elements. So the total result magnetic field is called B. So B equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi I r square into n. N means number of terms divided by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Then based on this derivation only, this formula only, we got one more formula, that is called magnetic field at the center of the circular coil. Here magnetic field due to circular coil carrying current along the axis. Along the axis means this is the axis. So this axis is at a distance how much? X. So we calculated the magnetic field at a distance x from the center of the coil. But now we are calculating the magnetic field at the center of the coil. So where is that center? Is here. So take this point towards O, or we can say directly this point P is placed here itself. Then what will be the x value? Becomes 0, because here along the axis means there is some distance between the center of the coil to the point P. But now at the center of the coil means we are taking x value as 0. So when x equal to 0, only this term will remain, r square whole power 3 by 2. Square and square get cancelled, r cube remains. So here r square is there, denominator r cube is there, r square and r cube will get cancelled. We got the answer as 1 by r. So this is the x. See here, b equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi I by r. If you take n term, then we can multiply by n itself. So mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi I by r. I is current, r be the distance, and n indicates the number of turns of the coil. Next, Ampere circuital law. So this Ampere circuital law give the expression for the magnetic field when the current is passing through a straight conductor. So this is a straight conductor here. How much the current is flowing here is I, and here the magnetic field is produced around that straight conductor. So for that the mathematical expression is given by B equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by r. So this Ampere circuital law is used to calculate the magnetic field along the straight conductor. Straight conductor carrying current I. So the magnetic field around that conductor, how much it is producing here is B. So mu naught by 2 pi into I by r. R is the distance. That means we calculating the magnetic field at somewhat distance P having r distance. So this is the mathematical expression for Ampere circuital law. And in problems is going to be mentioned that straight conductor word. Then force between two parallel conductors. Force between two parallel conductors. expression is F equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 into I2 by R. I1 and I2 indicates the current and R indicates the distance between the wires. And see here like this. I1 then I2. So there are two straight conductors. What is the first current is I1. In second conductor, how much is the current is flowing, that is I2. So what will be the distance here is R. If the current is moving in same direction, then they are going to be attract each other. When the current is flowing in same direction, the both conductors, they are going to be attract each other. If the current is moving in opposite direction, say I1 upward, I2 downward, then they are going to be repel each other. So when the current is in same direction, attract each other. When the current is in opposite direction, the conductors, they are going to be repel each other. So this is the most important formula. And next one, conversion, galvanometer to ammeter, S equal to Ig into G by I minus Ig, and galvanometer to voltmeter, R equal to V by Ig minus G. What that Ig indicates? Current through galvanometer. And what the G indicates? Resistance in galvanometer. S indicates shunt. Ig, current through galvanometer. G, resistance in galvanometer. S, small resistance, that is called shunt. And whereas this capital R is called high resistance. And V, potential difference. I, it be the current. So galvanometer to ammeter, S equal to Ig into G by I minus Ig, and galvanometer to voltmeter, R equal to V by Ig minus G. Then lastly, solenoid and toroid. So the magnetic field inside the solenoid is given by B equal to mu naught N I. Magnetic field at the end of the solenoid is given by B equal to mu naught N by I by 2. N indicates number of turns, I indicates the current. The magnetic field at the toroid is given by B equal to mu naught N into I. So these are the most important formulas in moving charges and magnetism. And most important problem we are going to expect on this one, magnetic field at the center of the circular coil, and one more, this conversion of galvanometer into ammeter and galvanometer into voltmeter, and the one more thing is force between two parallel conductors. So these 3 to 4 formulas are repeatedly, they are going to be asked in annual examination questions. So before going to do the NCERT problems or numericals, first you must thoroughly practice the formula number of times so that you can do easily or you can solve easily the mathematical problem.
Problem number 1, students, see the question. A wire of length 0.1 meter is bent in the form of an arc of a circle. That means a wire is bent in the form of a circle, and what is the length here mentioned is 0.1 meter. So what is the circle radius? 0.1 meter. Calculate the magnetic field at the center of the circle, and where there is a current of 0.5 ampere in the wire. So first there is a wire having length moment 0.1 meter. So that wire is bent in the form of a circular shape, and that circular shape is having radius, and that radius value is also mentioned here, that is 0.1 meter. That is nothing but the wire is in the form of a circular coil. So we should calculate the magnetic field at the center of the circle, and how much the current is flowing here? 0.5 ampere. So given values are dl equal to 0.1 meter, that is when here mentioned is 0.1 meter, and the radius value is 0.1 meter. This radius is 0.1 meter, and how much the current is flowing here is 0.5 ampere, and the question mark is dB, that is magnetic field, and the angle between this magnetic and current is 90 degree. So use the formula dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta by r square. See the formula dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta by r square. So what is mu naught value? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into how much the current is here? 0.5 into how much the length here? 0.1 into sine, what is the angle? 90 degree divided by 0.1. So 4 pi will get cancelled. 0.1 will get cancelled. So what is the value of sine 90 value here? 1. dB equal to 0.5 by 0.1 into 10 power minus 7. So whatever sine 90 value, sine 90 value is 1. So 0.5 means 5 by 10, right? 0.1 means 1 by 10. So 10 is going to be get cancelled into 10 power minus 7. So what will be the final answer here is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7. So magnetic field SI unit is what? S. See the answer 0.5 by 0.1 into 10 power minus 7. That means whatever the remaining terms we written about here, 0.5 becomes 5 by 10, 0.1 written as 1 by 10, 10 gets cancelled, 5 by 1 becomes 5 into 10 power minus 7. That is test 1. So how much is the current is here? 0.5 ampere. How much will be the length here? 0.1 meter. What is the angle here? 90 degree. And what we calculate is magnetic field. So what is the formula here? dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square. Then Biot's Savart's formula is this one. And what is the mu naught value? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into I value 0.5. dl value 0.1 sin 90 divided by 0.1 whole square. 0.1 0.2 cancel, 4 pi get cancelled here. So 0.5 by 0.1 becomes 5 into what is the power remaining here? 10 power minus 7. So what is the final answer here? 5 into 10 power minus 7 Tesla of magnetic field is produced in the coil.
Problem number 2. A wire of length 0.628 meter is bent in the form of a loop and a current of 2 ampere is passed through it. Calculate the first question, magnetic field strength at the center of the loop, and question number 2, magnetic moment, that is magnetic dipole moment of the current loop. So problem is similar to first problem. A wire of length, how much is the wire of the length? 0.628 meter, that is bent in the form of a loop in circular shape. So and a current of how much? 2 ampere is passed through it. And first question, magnetic field at the center of the loop. Second one is magnetic moment of the current loop. And see here, given values, given that the length 0.628 is bent in the form of a circle. So circular path, the wire is bent. So what is the formula? Circumference 2 pi r equal to 0.628 meter. So in place of pi, if you substitute 3.142 into r, 2 as it is, and if you do this simplification, you are going to get the radius as 0.1 meter. So this is circumference of the circle formula 2 pi r equal to the length 0.628 because it is bent in the form of a circle. Then current given as 2 ampere. So first question is magnetic field at the center of the circular coil. So what is the expression? B equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi I by r. So what is mu naught value? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi. So 4 pi take cancellation, do the cancellation, then you can directly remember the mu naught value as by 4 pi as 10 power minus 7. In place of mu naught, if you substitute 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi get cancelled. So remember directly mu naught by 4 pi value as 10 power minus 7. Then 2 as it is, pi value how much? 3.142 into 2 current. By radius is how much? 0.1. And if you do the simplification, you are going to get the answer as B equal to 1.257 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. And next question is that magnetic moment. What is magnetic dipole moment? Product of the current as well as the area of the loop. So M equal to I into A. And again the loop is in which shape? Circular shape. So area of the circular shape formula pi into R square. Pi value 3.14 and the radius here we got it as 0.1 meter. So 2 into 3.14 into 0.1 whole square. And if you do the calculation, magnetic dipole moment we got it as M equal to 0.063 ampere meter square. So first problem, magnetic field at the center of the coil, and second one, magnetic dipole moment or magnetic moment. What we got the answer as M equal to 0.063 ampere meter square. Problem number 3, a circular coil of wire consisting of 100 turns. How many turns? 100 turns. Each of radius 8 centimeter carries a current of 0.4 ampere. What is the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of the circular coil? The question is to find the magnetic field at the center of the circular coil, and he mentioned the values of turns, current and the radius. So what is the symbol of turns? N, that is N equal to 100, and what is the radius value here is 8 into 8 centimeter. So 8 centimeter we can write it as 8 into 10 power minus 2 meter, and I becomes 0.4. Then question mark is B at the center. So what is the expression for the magnetic field at the center of the circular coil? B equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi N I divided by R. N indicates number of turns, I indicates current, R indicates radius. So or distance. So mu naught value 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi, 2 as it is, pi value 3.14, number of turns mentioned here is 100 into 0.4 by 8 into 10 power minus 2. See here, number of turns, 100 turns. So N 100, radius 8 centimeter, radius 8 centimeter. So 8 into 10 power minus 2 meter, then current 4 ampere. So how much the current is flowing here? 0.4. So 4 pi will get cancelled. 2 and 4. 2 ones are 2, 4s are 8, and 4 into 25. So if you do the simplification, 3.14 into 25 into 0.4, write it as 4 by 10, and if you do the simplification, so 5 2s are 10, so 3.14 into 10 into, what is the power here? 10 power minus 7, and if this 10 power minus 2 goes to upside, so it becomes plus 2. So 3.14 into 10 power minus 7 plus 2, it becomes minus 5, minus 5 plus 1, and it becomes minus 4. So what is the final answer? 3.14 or 3.1 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. See once again, first we should write the formula, then substitute the terms and do the simplification and express the answer with unit. That is the most important term. So what is the expression? B equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi N into I by R. What is mu naught value? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi. Pi value 3.14. N value is 100. Current is 0.4. So what is the radius? 8 into 10 power minus 2. 4 pi cancelled here. 2 ones are 2, 4s are 8. And 400 by 4 becomes 25. Then what are the remaining terms? 3.14 into 25 into 0.4. So 3.14 into 25 into 0.4 it can written as 4 by 10. So 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. 2 2 also get cancelled here because 2 2s are 4. Then 5 2s are 10 becomes here 3.14 as it is. And check the power calculation, 10 power minus 7 and here 10 power minus 2. If this minus 2 goes to upside, it becomes plus 2. So 10 power plus 1, 10 power minus 7 plus 2, minus 7 plus 3, it becomes minus 4. So 3.14 remains as it is. So what is the final answer here is B equal to 3.14 or 3.1 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla. So we calculated the magnetic field at the center of the circular coil. Next, come to the problem number 4. See here, a long straight wire carries a current of 35 ampere. So there is a straight wire. So how much the current is flowing in that wire? 35 ampere. Then what is the magnitude of the magnetic field at a point? How much distance here? 20 centimeters from the wire. See here, in a straight wire, current is flowing as 35 ampere and we should calculate the magnetic field. We should calculate the magnetic field at somewhat distance. So how much distance it is? 20 centimeters, that is R value. So 20 into, we can write it as 10 power minus 2 meter. How much the current is flowing? 35 ampere. What is the distance or radius here? 20 centimeter. You can write it as 20 into 10 power minus 2 meter. So question mark is magnetic field. So remember the Ampere circuit law. So he gave the expression for the magnetic field due to straight conductor. So this is a straight conductor, 35 ampere of current is flowing and this will be the distance. At point P we are calculating the magnetic field. So what is the expression? B equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by R. Substitute the terms. 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 2 pi. What is the current here? 35 ampere. What is the radius here? 20 into 10 power minus 2. Then 2 pi, it goes to 2 times and 2 ones are 2 tens are. So 35 by 10. 35 divided by 10 into 10 power minus 7 plus 2. Is it right? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 2 pi. So it goes 2 times into 35 by 20 into 10 power minus 2. So this 2 by 20. So 2 by 20 becomes 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 into what is the power? 10 power minus 7. And this minus 2 goes to numerator, it becomes plus. So 35 by 10, you write it as 3.5 into 10 power minus 7 plus 2, it becomes minus 5. So again, the symbol is B and the SI unit is what? Tesla. See here, B equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by R. We are calculating the magnetic field due to a long straight wire. So straight wire means this is current 35, distance 20 centimeters. So B equal to mu naught by 2 pi into I by R, 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, that is mu naught value, current 35 by radius 20 into 10 power minus 2. Then if you do the simplification, you got the answer as 35 by 10. So 35 by 10 written as 3.5 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. So this is the final value we calculated due to a long straight wire. We got the value of magnetic field 3.5 into 10 power minus 5 Tesla. Most important problem. Two long straight parallel wires, 2 millimeter apart, they carry currents of 0.5 ampere in opposite directions. What is the force on 1 meter length of each wire? So there are two parallel conductors and in both parallel conductors, how much the current is flowing? 0.5 ampere. But in which direction? Opposite direction. And the distance between them is 2 millimeter and the length of each conductor is 1 meter. See here, there are two straight wires and I1, I2 be the current, and but moving in which direction? Opposite direction. So what is the distance between these two? 2 millimeter. That is 2 millimeter is the distance, that is 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. So what is the current through each conductor? The current is same. So 0.5 ampere, here also 0.5 ampere, and the length of the wire, that is conductor, is 1 meter. So what we should calculate? The force on the conductor between the two wires. So what is the formula? F equal to, we are using the formula force between two parallel conductors formula, F equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 into I2 into L divided by R. L indicates length, R will be the distance, I1, I2 are the current. So mu naught value as it is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into what is the current here? I1 as well as I2, both are same. Both are same. How much the current? 0.5 ampere. So 0.5 into 0.5 into what will be the length of the each wire? 1. And what is the distance between these two conductors or these two wires? 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Because it is given in millimeter, we converted into meter. 2 millimeter. So 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. If you do the simplification, 2 will get cancelled. So 0.5 into 0.5, that means 5 by 10 into 5 by 10 into 10 power minus 7. If this minus 3 goes to numerator, it becomes plus 3. See here, 2 pi, 4 pi. So 2 pi also get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 to the 4. 2 also get cancelled here. So 0.5 into 0.5. 5 by 10 into 5 by 10. So that becomes 25 by 100. 25 by 100 into 10 power minus 7 plus 3. It becomes minus 4. So 25 by 100 means 0.25 into 10 power minus 4. And what we calculated is 4. That we can express in Newton. See once again, 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 divided by 2 pi into 0.5 into 0.5 into 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. So here 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, 2 pi, and these two all are cancelled here. So what are the remaining terms? 0.5 into 0.5, 5 by 10 into 5 by 10 into 10 power minus 7 as it is, minus 3 converted into plus 3. So minus 7 plus 3 becomes minus 4. So 25 by 100. So that answer becomes 0.25 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. That much of force which is exist between these two conductors. But here the current is moving in which direction? Opposite direction, and they are going to be repel each other. Why they are repelling each other? But the direction of the current is in which direction? Opposite direction. If the current is in same direction, both conductors, they are going to be attract each other. If the current is moving in opposite direction, they are going to be repel each other. So how much the force? This much of the force they are going to be repel. So 0.25 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. So that much of force between these two parallel conductors. Next problem, similar problem. A rectangular loop of sides. If there is a rectangular loop of side, how much? 25 centimeter and 10 centimeter, carrying currents of 15 ampere. So that loop, in that loop, how much the current is flowing? 15 ampere is placed with its longer side parallel to a long straight conductor. You can see the diagram also here. There is a long conductor. Beside that conductor, there is a rectangular loop here, and conductor 2 centimeter apart. How much the distance between these two? There is 2 centimeter apart, carrying current of how much? 25 ampere. So what is the net force on the loop? So see here, the distance between these two is 2 centimeter and the length 25 centimeter. This is having 10 centimeter. So see here, what is the current here? 25 ampere is the one current. One more current is 15 ampere. So 15 ampere as well as the 25 ampere of current is flowing. Then we are calculating, we are indicated the symbols here also, A, B, C, D. First, we should calculate the force between these two, and next this and that one. So we are calculating the force on the side AB. Where is the side AB? AB is here, and this is a parallel straight conductor. So what is the expression? F equal to, that is F1 we are calculating, mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by the distance into length. So 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi into 2, what is the current? 25 into 15 into what is the length? 0.25 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. So where is that 0.25 length here? Here it is. So this 25 centimeter, it is exactly, this is also 25 centimeter, this is also. So 25 centimeter, if you convert into meter, it becomes 0.25, right? That means in rectangular shape, opposite sides are equal. So that's why this length is nothing but this length. So we are taking the length as 0.25. So if you do the simplification, 4 pi get cancelled and 2 becomes cancelled. So if you do the simplification, you are going to get the resultant force on the side AB as F1 equal to 93.7 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. So we calculated the force on which side? AB side. So AB, what is the length we have taken? 25 centimeters. Now we are calculating the force on the side what? CD. So this CD, mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 by the distance into length. All the terms same only. 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 by 4 pi 2 as it is. Current also same. Length is also same. So see here 25 centimeter 0.25. But whereas the distance is going to be changed. So here how much the distance we have taken? 2 into 10 power minus 3 because here 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter it becomes 2 into 10 power minus 3 meter. But here we have to take the distance from here to here. So here how much the distance? 2 centimeter and this much the distance is how much? 10 centimeter. This distance is 2 and this distance is 10. So 10 plus 2 becomes how much? 12. So 12 centimeter is the total distance here. So that 12 centimeter we have written in meter, converted into meter 0.12, and if you do the simplification 15.23 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. So F1 93.7 into 10 power minus 5, F2 15.23 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. So here we want the total net force. So net force F equal to F1 minus F2. If you do the simplification, 93.7 minus 15.23 becomes 78.1, and here 10 power minus 5 we have taken as common. So this is the resultant force or net force. The value is F equal to 78.1 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. And here, see once again, no need to confuse. The distance, all the terms are same here, but whereas the distance is somewhat changed. Distance between AB to the straight wire. Here the distance is 2 centimeters. So that's why 2 into 10 power minus 3. Now for second case, CD. CD is how much distance from this conductor? Here 2 centimeter and from here to here 10 centimeter. So 10 plus 2 becomes how much? 12 centimeter. So using the mathematical expression, the force between two parallel conductors, we calculated Fn as well as the F2. So we got the net value F equal to F1 minus F2. So final answer is 78.1 into 10 power minus 5 Newton. The next problem, based on conversion, a MCG, moving coil galvanometer, has a resistance of 30 ohm and it gives the full scale deflection for 10 milliampere. How much full deflection it is showing? 10 milliampere. And how do you convert it into an ammeter which can read up to 10 ampere? That means the problem is based on how to convert a galvanometer into an ammeter. How we are converting? By connecting a small resistance parallel to it. So that small resistance value symbol is called as what? Yes. So that is a question mark here. So see once again, moving coil galvanometer has a resistance of 30 ohm. So G equal to 30 ohm. Then it is giving full scale deflection for 10 milliampere, which one is giving galvanometer? So we are indicating it as Ig. So 10 milliampere, that becomes 10 into 10 power minus 3 ampere, or we can directly write 0.01 ampere. And how much the current is showing here? 10 ampere. So what is the formula? S equal to Ig into G by I minus Ig. So this problem is based on conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. So how we are converting? Galvanometer is connected into ammeter by taking a small resistance, or by connecting a small resistance, that too in parallel. So that's why we are calculating S value. Already we studied in theoretical part. S equal to Ig into G by I minus Ig. So what is Ig value? Current through the galvanometer. So that is 0.01 into G, resistance through the galvanometer, is how much? 30 by 10, that is the current, minus 0.01. And if you simplify the answer to the calculation, and you are going to get the shunt value, that is small resistance value, as 0.03 ohm.
Next problem, based on galvanometer, how it is converted into voltmeter. In last problem, we discussed galvanometer is converted into ammeter by connecting a small resistance, that is called shunt, in parallel to it. And here galvanometer is converted into voltmeter by taking a high resistance, and that is connected in series to it. So see the problem here. MCG, moving coil galvanometer, has a resistance of 75 ohm. So galvanometer itself has a resistance 75 ohm. So what is the symbol is G, and how much the range of current is showing here? 0.15 milliampere. So Ig, current through the galvanometer. This is resistance through the galvanometer. Don't confuse the symbols. G indicates the resistance through the galvanometer. I indicates current through the galvanometer, that is 0.15 milliampere. So 0.15 to 10 power minus 3 ampere. So volt, we should, voltmeter reading is also mentioned here. How much volt is here? 15 volt. Question mark is R. So what is the mathematical expression to convert galvanometer into voltmeter? R equal to V by Ig minus G. So what is V value? 15. What is Ig value? 0.15 milliampere. That is 0.15 to 10 power minus 3. So we can directly write it as 0.00015 ampere. So V15 here, Ig value 0.00015 minus 70. So if you do the simplification, this part 15 by 0.00015 becomes this much. So 10000 minus, what is the value here? 75. If you do the subtraction, you are going to get the answer as 99,925 ohm. So we got the high resistance value here, high value we got here because we are converted galvanometer into voltmeter. But in previous problem, we got small resistance value because we converted a galvanometer into ammeter. So this is the final expression. Value we got it as 99,925 ohm. So these are the problems we can expect for 3 marks in annual examination. Problem number 9. A galvanometer coil has a resistance of 15 ohm, and meter shows the full scale reflection for the current of 4 milliampere. How will you convert the meter into an ammeter of range moment 0 to 6 ampere? You should convert galvanometer into ammeter, and that ammeter has the range 0 to 6 ampere. And see the given values. G equal to 15 ohm, that is the resistance through the galvanometer is 15 ohm. Current through the galvanometer is 4 milliampere. So 4 into 10 power minus 3 ampere, or 0.004 ampere. Current is 6 ampere. So what is the question mark here? S value. So S equal to Ig into G by I minus Ig. Again the problem is based on galvanometer to ammeter. So S equal to 4 into 10 power minus 3 into 15 by 6 minus 0.004. So if you do the simplification, you are going to get the answer as 0.01 ohm. small value of resistance we got here. Already we gone through that. Whenever the galvanometer is converted into ammeter, a small resistance value is needed. So next problem, that is problem number 10, the last problem of the session. A closely wound solenoid, 80 centimeter long, has 5 layers. How many layers of winding? 5, and has how many turns? 400 turns each. The diameter is 1.8 centimeter. If the current is 4 ampere, estimate the magnitude of the magnetic field inside the solenoid near its center. So we should calculate the magnetic field due inside the solenoid. So what are the values mentioned here? 80 centimeter length is there, and it has 5 layers and turns are 400. Then the diameter is how much? 1.8 centimeter. So current passing through the solenoid is 4 ampere. So we should find this magnetic field inside. So see the given values: length 80 centimeter, that is 0.8 meter. Current flowing is 4 ampere. So now here number of turns we calculated here is that how many layers are there? 5 layers into number of turns are how many? 400. So 5 number of layers into number of turns, 5 into 400, that will be 2000 value. That is called total number of turns. But we want here is number of turns per length. Number of turns per length. So 2000 divided by what is the value? 0.8. So we got the value as 2500. So this is called N, small n. And what is the mathematical expression? The magnetic field inside the solenoid near its center, B equal to mu naught N into I. 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, that is mu naught value. Number of turns are 2500. We got it here. And into how much the current is flowing here is 4. And if you do the simplification, you are going to get the magnetic field inside the solenoid as B equal to 1.25 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla. So these are the numerical problems we discussed in the chapter moving charges and magnetism. Each and every model problem is important for 3 marks as well as for 5 marks. So we completed finally the complete chapter moving charges magnetism with theoretical part as well as the numericals. So in the next session we are going to start the new chapter, that is part 2. Chapter name is atoms, and next after that atoms chapter we are going to discuss GPA.